Hi student, my name is Dr. Dosent S.F.Fətullayeva. I am assistant professor at the General Hygiene and Ecology Department. Today lecture 5, topic named the physiological hygienic meaning of drinking water, hygienic estimation of the source and system of water supply system, the influence of water quality, water source pollution, purification, chemical composition, and influence of chemical composition on drinking water or human health. Hydrosphere in physical geography describes the combined mass of water found on, under, and over the surface of a planet. Water is the most abundant substance at the surface of the earth. Safe water is sufficient quantity is fundamental to human health. Total amount of water supplies of Earth 1.4 million quadrat kilometer. Relative density of stock of drinking water in hydrosphere equal 3%. Problem of drinking water in developing country. The water source in developing country is a big problem, where the population is growing rapidly. In the same time, the demands are great. High percentage of all domestic sewage and industrial waste are distinguished in the surface water without any treatment. In the same time, the agriculture is the biggest source of water pollution. High number of chemical elements contaminate the surface water. The World Health Organization estimates that 1.2 million people are affected by polluted water worldwide. Furthermore, 50 million children under the age of 5 die each year due to waterborne disease. Very important physiological property of water. Water, universal solvent, structure element of cells and tissue. Flexibility about 65% of body mass of adult person consists of water. Child, 80–90%. 70% of water is the intracellular water, 30% extracellular water, 7% lymph, and 23% in tissue fluid. Water makes up 20% of the bone mass, 75% of the muscles mass, 80% of the connective tissue mass, 20% of blood plasma mass, 99% of vitreous body on eyes. Major part of water is component of macromolecular complex of protein, carbohydrates, and fats, forming the jelly-like colloid cells and extracellular structure together with them. Very big role of water in support in osmotic pressure and acid-base balance, precipitation in heat exchange and thermoregulation, transportation function, delivery of nutrients to cells with blood and lymph, removal of waste products from the organism with urine and sweat, as a component of dietary intake and a source of macro and microelement supply to organism. There are neuropsychic disorders that resulted from impossibility to satisfy thirst if water is not available or if it's of bad organoleptic characteristic. Also very important for human health, hygienic property of water. Water keep body and house cleanly. Cooking, strengthening organism, greens protection. Safe drinking water is the best of humankind, as much a purified, clear air, incomparably high quantity of water are required for national economy. For this purpose, the water is a valuable technological raw material. The water requirements increase year by year. For example, for getting 1 ton of steel, the 150 cubic meters of water are used up. For producing 1 ton meat, equal and producing 20,000 cubic meters of water. Thus, it is important to note that for food and pharmaceutical industry, not any water is required, but good quality drinking water received by complex processing of waterworks. Water also the medical factor in psychotherapeutic hydroprocedure and in balneology. It's also generally now aesthetic significance of water in nature. Today, distinguish three type of water source: surface water source, underground, and atmospheric water. Surface water, for example, stream, rivers, pond, lakes, and sea. Underground water, wells. There are three layers: ground, subsoil water, interstratum, and artesian water. The artesian water is free from pathogenic organisms, usually requires no disinfection. Surface water is just that the name implies. It's water found in the river. Is usually not very high in mineral content and many times is called salt water, even though it usually is not. Surface water is exposed to many different contaminants, such as animal waste, pesticides, insecticides, industrial waste, algae, and many other organic material. Groundwater is that which is trapped beneath the ground. Groundwater may contain any or all of the contaminants found in surface water, as well as the dissolved minerals it picked up during a long stay underground. Atmospheric water are the deposits like the rain, snow, ice. For economic drinking needs were used very rare. The best is the situation when quality of water in the source or water supply completely meets the contemporary criteria of the good water quality. Such water doesn't require any treatment, and the only concern is not to spoil its quality at the stage of its take from the source and delivery to consumers. But disinfection of such water is a part of sanitary requirement anyway. Only some underground middle water are like this, mostly artesian pressure water. In all other causes, water in the source, especially the surface water, requires quality improved, lowering of suspended material concentration, cleaning, and color decoloration, getting rid of pathogenic and conditionally pathogenic microorganisms, disinfection, sometimes chemical composition improvement using special treatment techniques, desalination, softening, defluorination, fluorination, defiedization. The water supply system. The water supply of modern city and rural settlements should provide quality and quantity of drinking water, appropriate hygienic requirement, maintain the high level of public health, accepting risk of disease transmitted by water. There are two systems of water supply: centralized pipeline water and decentralized or local. At a centralized water supply, the water is taken away from surface or underground water source mechanically, subjected to special processing, and is delivered under pressure by water pipes of place to utilization. Decentralized or local system is primitive, labor-intensive, and hazardous to health in epidemic sense. Is present by mini-shaft boreholes. At the local water supply, the water is captured directly from source, a draw well, spring, and borehole without any process. Wells. The artificial balls or pits dug into the earth to reach the underground water level. Next variant of wells distinguish shallow, deep well, artesian wells, and other sources of water pollution. Divided two groups, natural and artificial, anthropogen, very dangerous for human health. This group include pollution of water source by industrial, wastewater, communal domestic, agricultural, water transport, and others. Water pollution is the introduction into fresh or ocean water of chemicals, physical, or biological material that degrades the quality of the water and affects the organism living in it. This process ranges from simple addition of dissolved or suspended solid to the exchange of the most insidious and persistent toxic pollutants, such as pesticides, heavy metal, and others. Example of water pollution include industrial effluent. Water is discharged from after having been used in production process. This wastewater may contain acid, alkali, salts, poison, oil, and others. Mining and agricultural waste include mines, especially gold and coal mines, are responsible for large quantity of acid water. Agricultural pesticides, fertilizers, and herbicides may wash into rivers and stagnant water bodies. Water. Water pollution affects plants and organisms living in these bodies of water. In almost all cases, the effect of endangering not only to individual species and population, but also to the surrounding environment. Water pollution is a major global problem which requires ongoing evolution and revision of water resource policy follow. Drinking water pollution is a big problem that most people realize. Although some kind of water pollution can occur through natural process, it's mostly a result of human activity. The water we use is taken from lakes and rivers and from underground groundwater, and after we have used it and contaminated it, most of it returns to this location. The used water of a community is called wastewater or sewage. If it is not treated before being discharged into waterways, serious pollution is the result. A wide variety of chemicals from industry, such as metal and solvent, and even chemicals which are formed from the breakdown of natural waste, ammonia for instance, are poison to fish and other aquatic life. Pesticides used in agriculture and around the home, insecticide for controlling insects, and herbicide for controlling weeds are another type of toxic chemical. Some of these can accumulate in fish and shellfish and poison people, animals, and birds that eat them. Materials like detergents and soil flood and spoil the appearance of a water body as well as being toxic. And many chemical pollutants have unpleasant odor. For example, the Niagara River between the USA and Canada even caught fire at one time because of flammable chemical waste discharged into the water. Oxygen depleting substance. Many wastes are biodegradable, that is, they can be broken down and used as food by microorganisms like bacteria. Like fish, aerobic bacteria that live in water use oxygen gas which is dissolved in the water when they consume their food. Once the oxygen is gone, depleted, other bacteria that do not need dissolved oxygen take over. The elements phosphorus and nitrogen are necessary for plant growth and are plentiful in untreated wastewater. Added to lakes and streams, they cause nuisance growth of aquatic weeds as well as blooms of algae, which are microscopic plants. This can cause several problems. Weeds can make a lake unsuitable for swimming and boating. Algae and weeds die and become biodegradable material, which can cause the problem mounting above and below. If the water is used as a drinking water source, algae can clog filters and impact unpleasant taste and odors to the finished water. Some pollutants are dissolved in wastewater, meaning that the individual molecules or ions, electric exchange atoms or molecules of a substance are mixed directly in between the molecules of water. Other pollutants, referred to as particulate matter, consist of much larger but still very small particles which are just suspended in the water. Although they may be kept in suspension by turbulence, once we receiving water, we will eventually settle out on silt or mud at the bottom. The sediment can decrease the depth of the body of water. If there is a lot of biodegradable organic material in the sediment, it will become anaerobic and contribute to problem mounting above. Toxic material can also accumulate in the sediment and affect the organism, which live there and can build up in fish that feed on them. And so the test of the food change causing problems all along the way. Major effect of water pollution. Water pollution effect has huge impact on our environment and health. The delicate balance between nature and humans can be protected by a will take effort on all fronts to prevent and eliminate water pollution locally and globally. The effects of water pollution are numerous. Some water pollution effects are recognized immediately, whereas others don't show up for months or years. Additional effects of water pollution include: first, the food chain is damaged. When toxins are in the water, the toxin travels from the water the animals drink to humans when the animal's meat is eaten. Second, disease can spread via polluted water. Infection disease such as typhoid and cholera can be contracted from drinking contaminated water. This is called microbial water pollution. The common heart and kidney can be adversely affected if polluted water is consumed regularly. Other health problems associated with polluted water are poor blood circulation, skin lesions, vomiting, and damage to the nervous system. In fact, the effect of water pollution is said to be the leading cause of death for humans across the globe. Third, acid rain contains sulfate particles, which can harm fish or plant life in lakes and rivers. 5. Marine food sources are contaminated or eliminated by water pollution. 6. Altered water temperature due to human action can kill the marine life and leave affect the delicate ecological balance in body of water, especially lakes and rivers. Purification or self-purification of water source. Each reservoir is a complex living system inhabiting the plant's specific organism, including microorganisms which are constantly multiplying and dying, which provides self-cleaning of water. Water purification or water body factors are many and others. Water purification. Natural purification of open air water reservoirs take place as a result of various factors effect: hydraulic, mechanical, physical, biological, chemical, biochemical. Hydraulic: mixing and relation of polluted rainwater or water reservoir. Mechanical: precipitation or sedimentation of suspended solid. Physical: solar radiation and temperature effect. Biological: interaction of water plant organism and microorganism with sewage organism that got into reservoir. Chemical: elimination of contaminants as a result of hydrolysis. Biochemical: conversion of some substance into other due to biological elimination. Mineralization of organic substance as a result of biochemical oxidation caused by water autotonic microflora. Physical factor: distillation, dissolution, and mixing of the incoming impurities precipitation of insoluble precipitates in water including microorganisms. Lowering the temperature of the water inhibits the process of self-purification, and ultraviolet radiation and high water temperature accelerate this process. Because of the self-cleaning, chemical factor should be maintaining the oxidation of organic and inorganic substance. As self-cleaning, these reservoirs give biochemical oxygen demand, but specific compounds in water, hydrocarbons, resins, and other phenols. The biological factor of self-purification of water bodies include the reproduction in the water of algae, molds, and yeast, in addition to plants contribute to water purification and representative of the animal world, shellfish, sometimes types of amoebas. Water use is divided into two categories. The first category includes the use of water object as a source of centralized or decentralized, local, domestic water supply for the water supply of the food industry. The second, the use of a water body for swimming, sport, and recreation, as well as the use of water body within the boundaries of populated areas. Hygiene criteria for use of alternative source or to correct for water treatment technology are a constant presence in water of one and two classes exceeding maximum permissible concentration associated with source of pollution or with water treatment and disinfection products. On admission to a water body of different substance with the same amount of hazard, limiting future relation concentration of each substance in the water body, C1, C2, Cn, corresponding to the maximum admissible concentration, should not exceed unity. According to the sanitary norm and rules recommended to apply the principle of summation only for substance 1 and 2 hazard classes, characterized by the same type of mechanism of toxic action. For example, nitrate at nitrate, cyanide at chlorine cyanide. In organisms, the water necessary to consider the stability and chemical transformation in aqueous media. Stability of the chemical in the water is the ability to remain in change its chemical structure and physical-chemical property. Transformation of chemical substance in water, a change in chemical structure, physicochemical property, and biological activity under the influence of both natural and artificial impact. Transformation of chemicals can be accompanied by either chemical degradation and biotransformation. Degradation: decay of a chemical in an aqueous medium to single product under the influence of various factor influence. Biotransformation: a molecular structure modification against in the process of metabolism in the body. Usually, transformation of elements in an aqueous medium as well as biotransformation in the body leads to formation of wet, toxic, and dangerous product. However, in the process of transformation in some causes may be found more dangerous in comparison with restarted material products. For example, methylation of mercury in the aquatic environment or methane leads to the formation of methyl mercury, a substance more toxic and dangerous than mercury itself. In the process of chlorinization of water, the formation of organochloric products, and presence in the largest quantity of chlorine. Chemical composition and hygienic requirement to quality of drinking water are regulated by written normative documents. Its sanitary rules and norms, drinking water, hygienic requirement for water quality of the centralized water supply, quality control. According to this requirement, the drinking water should be have favorable organoleptic property, should be colorless and transparent, without odor, smell, and also should have refresh temperature, be safe in epidemiological meaning, be safe in radiation meaning, be harmless in chemical composition, have favorable microbiological and parasitological parameters. The drinking water shouldn't contain the visible water organism and shouldn't have any foam or film on its surface. The reason for water adverse organoleptic property are the higher contents of mineral salts, the human soil and pathogenic substance, and industrial, agricultural, and residential wastewater pollution. Physical and organoleptic parameters of water include water temperature, odor, taste, transparency, turbidity, colority. Slide include information about norm organoleptic property of drinking water. This norm include in the sanitary norm and rules for drinking water. Chemical composition of natural water is extraordinary varies and depends on character and soil chemical composition in present area. As a result of chemical agents, irregular spread in soil and water over certain geographical areas, the peculiar change in flora and fauna are apparent. Researchers with Malskin and Latham Vinogradov developed the theory of biochemical profiles. According to the theory, there are areas with high and low concentration of some elements in environment are revert. So, over the surplus or lack of their elements in organism, the specific disease are developed. Name as endemic disease or their chemical endemics. Next, endemic disease spread by water. Endemic fluorosis, endemic gota, strontium rickets, molybdenum gout or podagra, and others. About 65 microelements revealed in water are contained in tissue of animal and vegetative organisms. The biological value of 20 microelements is already proven for animals and plants. The most studied is fluorine, influence on organism. Long-term use of water with low level of fluorine, 0.5 milligram liter and less, result in teeth caries. Its prevalence is extraordinarily high. Almost all population of developed industrial countries is affected by caries. If fluorine level in water is below 0.5 milligram liter, the prevalence of caries among population reach 50% and more. If fluorine level in water is about 3 milligram liter, the prevalence of caries is sharply decreased. However, the high concentration of fluorine in drinking water also results in pathology. Long-term use of water with fluorine concentration 1.5 milligram liter and above leads to occurrence of another endemic pathology, fluorosis. More often, fluorosis is related with consumption of water from underground water source where fluorine concentration are 3.5 milligram liter and above. Fluorosis is characterized by original marking and brothing, coloring of dental enamel. On enamel surface, symmetrical strips and spots with fluoride pigmentation are appeared. When spots are increased, enamel gets tawny or brown color. Sometimes this change affects not only enamels, but also dentine, lead up to full destruction of coronas. Long term, 10-20 years, use of water with concentration of 10 milligram liter and above can lead to change of bone skeleton, osteosclerosis, and diffuse osteoporosis, bone deposition on ribs and skeletal deformation. Pathogenesis of endemic fluorosis is studied insufficiently, but is considered that the sources of calcium metabolism form the basis of this disease. A fluoride concentration of 0.7 up to 1.5 milligram liter is considered as optimum. Next, endemic disease spread by water, endemic gota. The endemic gota is also related to water chemical composition, low concentration of iodine. Endemic gota is disease externally manifesting as increase of thyroid gland caused by hyperplasia of thyroid parenchymas. Pathogenesis of this disease is rather combined. The various disorders of thyroid gland functioning are in basovid. In severe cases, the symptom complex is developed, is characterized by physical and mental retardation and disorders of central nervous system. The network of connection is less dense. The endemic center usually allocated in higher mountainous area, some district of the Alps, Himalayas, Pamir, Caucasus, always with a water factor, that considerable role in occurrence of endemic gota, but actually the daily need of iodine is basically covered by food. The daily requirement in iodine makes 120-125 micrograms. In biochemical provides with high concentration of strontium in water, of deep underground horizon, the disorders of bone tissue development among children are revealed. It results in retardation of teeth development, in prolongation of term of frontal imperforation. In severe cause, it's change in hip joint and in lumbar part of spinal curvature. The endemic center usually also allocated in high mountainous area. According to content of iron, the natural water are sweet mineralized. The high regulation of drinking water mineralization by solid residuum is accepted at level on 1000 milligram liter. Water with great concentration of salts has unpleasant saltish or biterish smack. Chlorides and sulfate in water or water source are considered as a valuable parameter of household pollution. The increase of chloride concentration in comparison with the usual chloride concentration in the given water source is evidence of hazardous water source pollution by feces and urine. Thus, my main role is not so chloride concentration as a change in time. The basic part of the salts are chlorides and sulfates, therefore its content in water is limited by barrier or Guastr sense. 350 milligram liter for chlorides and 500 milligram liter for sulfates. The influence of water general mineralization on human organism is the most studied. It was registered that the human organism of the population which constantly use mineralized water block the drink water and the diuresis is decreased on 30-60%. Highly mineralized water negatively influence on stomach secretory activity, affect water salt balance of organism, doesn't slake the thirst. The high concentration of sulfate of sodium and magnesium in your water source can be a reason of mass intestinal disorders of the people on the rest in the country in summer season. The total concentration of calcium and magnesium is in water named water hardness. Hard water is not so suitable for domestic and household needs. The meat, vegetables and beans and badly boiled. Now it's fact the effect the hard water on health of the population. For example, the higher water hardness is a etiological factor in developing disease. This is named urolithiasis. This kind of disease are endemic and therefore were registered in such an area. Endemic zone are reserved. For example, Arabian Peninsula, Madagascar, India, and China. Now, the hardness of drinking water at level of 7 milligram equivalent per liter is accepted as standard. Practically three kinds of hardness are distinguished: general, permanent, and removable. Water is contained chemical agent that may negatively influence people's health, causing different diseases. They are divided into chemical agents of natural origin, those which are added to water as reagent, and a chemical agent, which come into the water as a result of industrial, agricultural, and domestic pollution of water supply source. Insufficient or non-effective treatment of such water at waterworks produce the continuous toxic effect of small concentration of chemical agent or really in causes of accidents and other emergency situations, acute poison. Ammonia is an initial product of decomposing of organic nitrogen containing substance, including protein. Therefore, in most causes, the presence of ammonia in water can be considered as a parameter of latest water pollution by organic substance of animal source and dangerous in epidemic settings. However, sometimes, especially in deep underground water, ammonia formation and presence is possible owing to a reduction of nitrates in condition of oxygen absence. In this case, the ammonia presence in water is not a parameter of poor water quality. Also, the high concentration of ammonia is marshy and fit water. Pathogenous ammonia is not a parameter of epidemic dangerous water pollution. The normal concentration of ammonia is 0.1 milligram liter. Nitrates. Nitrates are the product of ammonia oxidation under influence of microorganisms in process of nitrification. The presence of nitrates in water is also an evidence of possible water pollution by organic nitrogen-containing substance. However, the nitrates presence in water specifies the certain duration of population. The normal concentration of nitrates is 0.002 of milligram liter. Nitrate in drinking water is a health risk for infants less than 6 months of age. The high nitrate level in drinking water can cause blue baby syndrome, methemoglobin disease. Methemoglobin disease caused by the decreased ability of blood to carry vital oxygen around the body. One of the most common causes is nitrate in drinking water. It's most important in bottle-fed infants and water from wells in rural areas is of special concern. Controlling nitrate may cause constipation and dyspnea. Methemoglobinemia disease is characterized by the reduced ability of the blood to carry oxygen because of reduced level of normal hemoglobin. It's common. Infants are most often affected and may seem healthy but show signs of blurriness around their mouth, hands, and feet, hence the common name blue baby syndrome. The children may also have trouble breathing as well as vomiting and diarrhea. In extreme causes, there is marked lethargy an increase in the production of saliva, loss of consequence. Some causes may be fatal in the body nitrates and converted nitrates. The nitrates react with hemoglobin in the red blood cells to form methemoglobin, affecting the blood's ability to carry enough oxygen to the cells of the body. Both of fed infants less than 3 months of age are particularly at risk. The hemoglobin of infants is more susceptible, and the condition is made worse by gastrointestinal infection. Older people may also be at risk because of decreased gastric acid secretion. Malnutrition and infection seem to increase the risk of methemoglobinemia. The most common cause of methemoglobinemia is high level of nitrates in drinking water. High nitrate level may be present in drinking water due to the use of manure and fertilizers on agricultural land. The natural level of nitrates and nitrates from the environment is normally 1 milligram per liter, although high level may occur naturally in some areas. Nitrate is also found in vegetables. Methemoglobinemia can also be a side effect of some drug. Besides the effect of nitrates, for occurrence of water nitrate methemoglobinemia is revealed the nitrates' role as initiator of carcinogens nitrosamine formation, especially at some pesticide present in reduction of organism resistance to effect of mutagenic and carcinogen factor. The recommended concentration of nitrates in drinking water equal is 10 milligram liter. Next, water oxidability. Oxidability of drinking water is parameter on levels of getting the general overview about organic substance concentration in water. Oxidability is a quantity of oxygen in milligram used for chemical oxidation of organic substance containing in 1 liter of water. Oxidability is regulated by standard as 2-4 milligram liter. Mercury and zinc. They present in high concentration because of industrial waste. Normal level of zinc 5 milligram liter. Copper is an essential nutrient, but some people who drink water containing copper in excess of the action level over a relatively short amount of time could experience gastrointestinal distress. Some people who drink water containing copper in excess of the action level over many years could suffer liver or kidney damage. Normal level 1 milligram liter. Strontium cause liver dysfunction, decreased activity of cholinesterase and change in the bones. Barium cause dysfunction of cardiovascular system. Benzol affect the central nervous system and the blood formation. Radon is a radioactive gas that you can't see, taste, or smell. Radon can move up from the ground and into a harmful crack and holes in the foundation. Radon can build up to high level in all types of home. Radon can also get into indoor air when released from tap water, from showering, washing dishes, and other household activity. Radon is a now human carcinogen. Breathing air containing radon can lead to lung cancer. Drinking water containing radon may also cause increased risk of stomach cancer. Lead. Lead our drinking water is lead-free when it leaves treatment plant. However, lead can leach into the water during overnight contact with the lead solvent and brass faucet in some homes. Infants and children are typically more vulnerable to lead in drinking water than the general population. Lead level in home may be higher than in other homes because of the material used in homes plumbing. Thank you attention.